Hey everybody, Matt here. I just thought I'd make this quick video on how I make my laser engraving bulk jigs. Not just how to make them, but also how to properly align them. I don't see a lot of videos on that part. I see a lot of videos on how to make them, but aligning them is most of the battle. How do you align them on your laser engraving workspace to make sure that everything is aligned properly? That's the whole point of doing this jig in the first place. So here's how I do it. If you know an easier way, throw it in the comments. First, I'm going to make the jig design in Illustrator. That's my program of choice. You can also use Lightburn or another vector software to make it. Here's what I did is the outside line, this is the outside cut of the jig. This red line, I'm going to call this the framing guide, and I just made that up. And then these individual spaces are where my material is going to sit that I want to engrave. Now when you make your jig, so again, this is the outside cut line. This is going to be an engraving line. So whatever material you're going to use, I use acrylic because that's mainly what I utilize and fabricate with. You can also make it out of wood. I like a 1/4 inch at least. It holds everything in place pretty good. But this is just going to be an engraving line that you're going to need to make. It doesn't need to be too deep. You just need to see it. And then again, these are the cutouts where your material needs to go. Once you have this jig made and you have a cut, you need to save this file and keep it. This is a template you can use over and over again if your jig gets damaged. Now time to make the actual design. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this outside line. We're not going to need it, and it'll be apparent why momentarily. Then I'm going to move over my design, engraving design. This obviously can be whatever you want. This is what you're going to engrave on the piece and where you want it to be engraved. And if you're doing bulk orders, you can do it all the same and duplicate it over and over again. Or if you need to customize it, you can do it at this stage. And you're going to resave this file. Now this file is what you want to import into Lightburn, which we're going to do next. All right, so now we're in Lightburn. You can see I've imported that file with the framing guide. It's still imported in red, so that's good. The first thing I want to do is not output the actual engraving design. I want to output the framing lines. Framing guide. I already forgot what I called it because it's a new name. Framing guide. So I want to output that. Then, since it's called a framing guide, this is what you're going to use the frame with. So click that frame button, and this is what you're going to use to align your jig to your laser head. And you're going to do it over and over until it traces all 4 sides perfectly. Once you know you have it in line, you can then turn off the output for the framing guide, turn on the output for your actual engraving work. Once you hit that start button, everything should be perfectly aligned. Easy as that. If it's not my fault. Thanks for watching.